Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you guys part of my makeup collection. I'm going to be taking you guys with me over to my drawers and showing you my bronzers, blushes, and possibly highlighters if we have time. Before you watch this, I just want you guys to know that I have a serious addiction to makeup. I don't know if my collection is going to look small or big. I don't know. I mean, it's bigger than just your average person who likes makeup, but it's definitely smaller than all those big beauty gurus, obviously. Also, I just got a text from my friend Sam, and she said that she just subscribed to my channel, so I just hit 300 subscribers, and I know that's not a lot, but I'm really excited, so thanks Sam for sending me that text while I was filming. And I just opened my boyfriend's Snap, and he also just sent me a picture talking about how I just hit 300, so I'm glad everybody's just staying up to date, because I would have had no idea. Without further ado, we're gonna jump right in. Alright, so welcome to my drawers. The first one is empty now, pretty much, because it used to have my foundations in it, but I got too many of them. So now we're going into my bronzer drawer. I know this does not look like a lot, but I'm gonna take you through this. So over here we have bronzers that I don't use as often. Back here we have some miniatures that my boyfriend's aunt gave me that I haven't got to test out yet. I have the BH Cosmetics Brilliance Bronzer in Golden Gal, and I almost never use this because I'm very yellow on my skin tone, and I just am not a fan. Then we have the Bahama Mama Bronzer by The Balm, which looks very used, but it's just not, because I just don't like it that much. My ColourPop bronzer, which I think is technically a blush, but I use it as a bronzer. It's in the shade Perk Up. Then I've got the limited edition Wet n Wild bronzer in Bronze Dynasty, which is probably my most used bronzer because it was my first bronzer that I ever really used. I do like this bronzer, and I like having it in my collection because this was a huge milestone for me because it was the first bronzer I ever really wore, and I do occasionally still really like to wear it. So yeah, I do really like that, and I will keep that in my collection probably forever. MAC, nothing too exciting. This is the one with Patrick Star. Yeah, with Patrick Star. It's more like a bronze topper, and that's what I use that for. We have my Revolution Chocolate Heart, which is busted, and I should really probably just get rid of it, but I keep it because I like it and I paid for it. So miniature Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush. You guys saw this in my last video. Yeah, I like that. I've got this huge Revolution bronzer. There's really nothing special about this. It's just a nice matte bronzer, and I like to keep it around when I want a good matte bronzer. My Kiko Milano bronzer in Natural Sienna is seriously one of my favorite bronzers ever. This is amazing. Just look at this bronzer. It is so beautiful. Look at that. I love it. I don't really like the smell. Everyone loves the smell, but I think that the smell is very I don't know, I think the plastic smell kind of takes over. Then of course, every beauty guru needs to have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in their collection. Mine is in the shade Light. So it is quite a light, as you can see, a very light bronzer, but it smells amazing. I absolutely love this bronzer. It is seriously probably my favorite bronzer. I mean, I love this one, but I can't put this one down. If you guys know what the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer smells like, this Milani Silky Matte also smells the same way, but it's just more of a, I don't know, I feel like it's more cool toned. Maybe not. It looks more cool toned, but then when you swatch it, it's really not. It almost looks the same. I guess this is a little bit cheaper if you wanted an alternative to the butter bronzer. They are very similar. So on this side, as you guys can tell, there are bronzers that I reach for way more often. They're all on this side. This is my ELF Primer Infused bronzer, and I mean, this one's okay. I do like it as a matte bronzer. It is one of the matte bronzers I go for, and it does last a really long time on the skin. It's just nice. On this side, I also just have the bulkier packaging ones, but I do use most of these bulkier packaging ones rather than the other ones. I also got the Bronze Booster from Physicians Formula, and this I got from TJ Maxx. This is a slightly shimmerier version of the butter bronzer, but it does not smell very nice. It has no smell. I mean, it doesn't smell bad, but it doesn't smell nice either. But if you can tell, I don't know if you can really tell on camera, but it's just a shimmerier version
of the Butter Bronzer. So I do like to have that if I want an alternative. Still the same big, bulky packaging that Physicians Formula is like known for. This is the Revolution, what is this? The Bronzer Reloaded in Holiday Romance. This is one of my absolute favorite bronzers. I love a good baked bronzer. I mean, they're just like, they have the best formula ever. Just look at that. I love a good baked bronzer. They are so good. And this one is the Vivid Baked Bronzer in Golden Days. This is the first Revolution bronzer I ever got, I believe. And I really like this one too. And it is just a warmer version, like a slightly darker, warmer version of Holiday Romance. And I do really like this bronzer. I use it frequently. And also, Holiday Romance, forgot to mention, is the one I'm wearing on my face today. So now moving on to my blush drawer. Blush is probably my absolute favorite thing about makeup. So prepare yourselves. This is my blush drawer. I don't have any kind of organization in here because there's just too many and I haven't bothered with it. Well, first I'll tell you guys, right back here, these 6 blushes I don't ever wear. I really need to get rid of them. There's a couple Wet n Wild ones that are really old. My Believe Beauty one, another Wet n Wild one that's really old, and this Revolution one that doesn't even show up on my skin. This is the Too Faced Love Flush in Love Hangover. This is the blush I'm wearing today. I absolutely love these blushes. They're beautiful. Mine's broken. I broke it at TJ Maxx, so just ignore that. This blush is so beautiful. It's such a nice pink. And I know I love a good peach blush, but like this is a really good pink blush. I've got my ColourPop Fresh and Peachy, which is another one of my favorite blushes because it's a really nice like peachy pink. And it is just so beautiful. It's such a good shade. I've got the Tarte Amazonian Clay Blush in Peaceful. This one's okay. I really think this is not like the right color because every time I look at Peaceful, even the way they describe Peaceful online is like a warm peach and not this bright bubblegum pink. So I don't understand what happened there, but I really don't think this is the right shade. Got my Lottie London Blush Crush, which I almost never wear anymore, and it's like so powdery that it just like breaks every time you put your brush in there. I love the packaging though, I think it's so cute, but I don't ever wear that. My Laura Geller Baked Blush and Brightener in Tropic Hues. I love this only because it's like the only purplish blush that I have, so if I ever do like a purple eye look or I wear anything very mauvey, this is the blush that I go for, and it is beautiful, but it's just not my go-to. We have the Note Beauty, the Luminous Silk Compact Blusher in Desert Rose. It's a very like hot coral, I think is kind of the color I want to say. It's like a very warm, smoky coral, and I like it, but I typically don't go for that bold of a blush. We have the Becca Wild Honey Blush. This is seriously one of my absolute favorite blushes. It is such a nice, like, burnt peach. I love it. It's beautiful. I will keep it. I don't know if I would ever repurchase it, but this packaging honestly looks kind of rough because of, like, how much I've used this blush. We also have NARS Sex Appeal. This packaging looks rough too, and it's just because it's been in my collection for close to 2 years. And this blush is not like the prettiest blush in the world. I would like to try other NARS blushes, but honestly I pretty much only keep it because it's NARS and it was expensive. Then in the center here we have a couple blushes that I'm not really sure why they're just sitting out. And we've got my only cream blush, which is the ColourPop Blush Stick in Mini Me. And I do like this blush, but I don't often wear a cream blush, so I just don't reach for it very often. But I like to have it in my collection just in case. Then we have all of my palettes of blushes. This ELF one, is this the Fiji? Yeah, this is Fiji. This was like a cult classic makeup product back in the day, but I honestly have almost never worn this. I got it because it was so affordable. It was like a cult classic, but I almost never wear this. Then we have the CoverGirl Peach Punch Highlighter Palette, which I don't understand why it's called a highlighter palette. There's one highlighter, one blush, and then one whatever the heck this is. I guess blush or bronzer. I got this from Walmart and did not realize until I got home that it was open and swatched. And this is way too dark for me, and I thought I would use these two, but honestly I'm just never going to use this because it's such a gross color. But I do really like this blush in it. I think the blush is beautiful, and I did like wipe off the top layer to sort of sanitize it, but I just really love this peach color right here, and it smells amazing, so yes, I'm gonna keep that. We also have the LA Colors Show It Off Blush and Highlight like quad. So I don't know why I really have this in my blush drawer, because I mean I do like this blush, and this blush is a pretty muted pink shades that I have. It's one of few, but I really only keep this in here for the highlighter, so I should really just put it in my highlighter drawer. You can't really see very well here. That highlight is like so nice. So that's really the only thing I like in this, so I don't really know why I keep it in my blush drawer. But then we have the limited edition Pac-Man High Score Blush Palette, and I love this blush palette so much. It is absolutely so beautiful. I love all four of these blush shades. This one's a little bit too bright for me, but I love this warm peach, I love this like sparkly nude, and I love the sparkly pink. I love this. I know it's limited edition, so I try not to use it very often, but I absolutely love it. This is a newer addition to my makeup collection. This is the LA Girl Blushed Babe Blush Palette. And this is very nice. It has a nice like muted nudie mauve color, a bright pink, this fiery coral, and then another one of these weird shades. I don't understand why it's in a blush palette, but it sure as heck looks like a yellow bronzer to me. But anyway, I do really like that palette, and I do get a lot of use out of it. Then we have the Space Case Cosmetics It's Not Me, It's My Sign blush. And I did stick my nail on it. That's what that is. And it kind of matches my nail polish. Ooh. I really have been liking this blush a lot lately. I got it in an Ipsy bag. And they're not a very popular brand. I mean, you should definitely check them out. This blush is very cute, and I love it. And it comes in like the same kind of packaging as the ColourPop one, so I thought that was kind of cool. Also, if you noticed, I did do my nails. I did them myself. Just in case you're wondering, I did them with Beetles gel polish that I got from Amazon. So you should definitely check them out. I will link that down below. We also have the Wet n Wild Color Icon Keep It Peachy blush, which is seriously probably my #1 favorite blush, I would say. I mean, it's got to be up there. It is so beautiful, and it says new on it. I got this not terribly long ago. Within the last year, it says new, but I can't find this anywhere. Like they rebranded all of their packaging and everything, so I don't know what happened, but they do not have this blush anymore unless they renamed it, which is such a bummer. Back here we have some minis. Back here I have the Lovecraft Beauty. I think this is in, I'm not sure what it's called. It's called like Daphne or Dauphine. I'm not really sure. This does look like a weird bronzer shade, but on it looks much more like a peach. See, it is like a nice nudie peach, and I love this blush. It's very beautiful. Also a small brand that you should definitely check out. Then we have Essence The Blush, which is another beautiful blush. Very, very affordable. And like, look at how pigmented that is for how light it is. I mean, it's a very light blush, but it is so crazy pigmented. You guys have already seen my Ciate London blush in Date Night. You guys have seen this a couple times on my channel, I believe. And yeah, so you guys know what that looks like. Beautiful, love it. Another peach blush. This is the L'Oreal Paradise Enchanted Scented Blush in Just Curious. I pretty much got this because of Softa's Life, because she really liked it and she likes a peach blush, and so if she likes a peach blush, I like a peach blush. But it is really pretty and it smells amazing, so I really like to use that. Another peach blush. This is the Burt's Bees Bare Peach. Wow, it took me a second. I normally would just know that. Bare Peach blush, which I used to use this one a lot until I found some of my peach scented ones, and then I just really like using the peach scented ones. But this is a nice, like, warm peachy color. It's almost a dupe for the Becca one. It is a bit lighter, but it is very, very similar. Another peach blush. You couldn't have guessed it. This is the ELF Primer Infused Blush in Always Peachy. A nice, like, warm peach, and it's very bright. Of course, if you blend it out, it doesn't look that bright on your skin, but it is a very bright blush, and I absolutely love it because it is so bright. And I would have gotten that blush to start off with, but they didn't have it. It's a newer shade. So I got this one when they first launched these. This is the Always Cheeky one. And it is obviously much more pink, but it has a slight pinky undertone to it, which is why I liked it so much. You know, it reminds me a lot of the ColourPop one, where it has just that little bit of pink hint to it. I love that. Then we have the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Blush in the shade Innocent Flesh. This used to be my absolute favorite blush. It even made it into a favorites video, but here recently I've just not been absolutely loving it. Yeah, I still like it, but it's just not my favorite. Yeah, so you can't really see it that well, but I typically go for a matte blush. I prefer a matte peach or a matte pink. I don't really go for a lot of shimmery blushes. And if I'm going to go for a shimmery blush, it is going to probably be the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. This is another cult classic that I feel like everyone who likes makeup should have in their collection. I mean, there are a few things that you should have in your collection, and this is definitely one of them. See that? It has such a beautiful sheen to it. I absolutely love this blush. It is seriously one of my favorites. And if I'm gonna wear something that's shimmery, it's probably going to be this one. So that is my blush collection. I am absolutely obsessed with blush, and I have been filming for about 20 minutes now, and I don't want this video to be super long, so I think I'm going to save my highlight collection for another video. So if you guys are interested in seeing a highlight collection video, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, you know, turn on notifications so you can see when I post it. And I will be posting a highlight makeup collection video in the future. I will probably put it with something else, like maybe we could do my foundation collection and then do my highlighters, or whatever you guys want to see. What would you like to see with my highlighters? Maybe my highlighter brush collection to see like what I like to apply my highlighters with.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I also hope you guys don't see me any differently and see how obsessed I am with blush. Just be sure to let me know what other kind of collection videos you'd like to see. I've got a ton of foundations, a ton of lipsticks, a ton of highlighters, a ton of eyeshadow palettes, a ton of nail polishes if you guys would like to see my nail polish collection. Yeah, so just let me know. Give this video a big thumbs up. If you guys want to see more collection videos, I'd love to do them. It's very fun. And now that I've hit 300 subscribers, let's see how fast I can make it to 400. You know, maybe a little bit faster than I made it to 300. That'd be super cool. I post videos every single Saturday, and I'll see you guys next Saturday. Bye!